Welcome back to the final day of the HellfireComms Disneython. We've got two movies for you today, folks. First up is Toy Story 2, and I picked this one. This is my personal favourite Pixar movie. It improves on what was already a fantastic film with Toy Story 1. Just improves the animation. The story's a lot better, it's paced a lot better. And it's overall a fantastic sequel. And I'm here today with Mexi and Drazer. And Mexi, what do you think about Toy Story 2, just to kick us off?
I agree with everything you said. I mean, I grew up with the Toy Story franchise. I will differ and say that I actually prefer Toy Story 3. But this really isn't the time nor the place for a 2 versus 3 debate, so I will let you all have your opinions, and I'll have my correct one.
Okay, Drazer?
Mexi, you're no longer allowed opinions. Toy Story 2 is that kind of movie where, when I first watched Toy Story, I was like, this movie's good, but I'm not really into it. And then I saw this one, and this was the kicker that got me into Toy Story, and I was like, wow. And Toy Story 3, I was just like, oh.
Toy Story 3 is a good movie, but I think, one, it borrows too much from this film, and it's a little blasé in and of itself, but like Maxie said, this isn't the time nor the place for 2 versus 3 debates. Let's just enjoy a good film for now. Gamma!
This is a really huge jump. I mean, from the first movie, because the first movie started with just Andy playtime getting Woody to save all the toys, and now you have this huge sci-fi Buzz saving the universe shit. Way to step your game up there, Pixar.
They'd kind of adapt this sort of thing into the Buzz Lightyear Star Command cartoon.
And movie, and I'm pretty sure there is a game or two.
I'm pretty sure this canyon is the one from A Bug's Life.
It is. Toy Story 2 has a lot of scenery from the Bug's Life movie. I mean, Pixar is notorious for adding stuff from their other films, but Toy Story 2 has way more Bug's Life shit in it than any of their other movies.
Space, the final frontier.
You may have heard the Darth Vader sound effect back there. I expect to see a lot more Star Wars references as the movie progresses.
But it's all for reference purposes. It's not so much, oh hey, we're gonna be super cheap and we're gonna feed on your nostalgia. Nah, they come off more as jokes.
You have to have guns on your guns. You have to have guns on your eyeballs.
Only then can you enter the salty spittoon.
I'm so tough, right? I watched the ending of Toy Story 3 and only cried for like 10 minutes.
Psh, whatever.
Damn.
He had all those robots to, like, essentially guard, but that's his only security camera?
Again, that was a Star Wars sound effect back there. I think it was the sound effect that a TIE Fighter makes when it's either, like, screeching by or shooting.
The glow-in-the-dark stickers?
Now, I don't know about you guys, but the Buzz Lightyear I had as a child didn't glow in the dark.
Mine didn't either. Oh, hey, we all owned Buzz Lightyears as kids.
That we did.
Did you have Buzz Lightyear 1.0, 2.0, 3.0? That one had to be recalled because it literally had explosives.
Damn!
I'm noticing a lot of Z's, so I'm assuming this is the movie where Buzz Lightyear takes on Zorro.
No, it's the movie where Buzz takes on Lord Zed, of course.
I thought it was when Buzz takes on his dark other self and it's Zub. Yes, it's a space odyssey, we get it. This is the tune when the obelisk shows up. God.
What if he'd, like, jumped over the last platform he stood on, just had it out of key completely?
That cliffhanger tune? Shit like that bugs me. It's like, just play the last note, please.
That'd be an amazing plot twist. Buzz is saved, but just because he's tone deaf. I still say that every so often.
Yeah, you say that all the time.
I'm sorry, okay?
Are we gonna have fun today, Tom?
Not today, Zerk. Well, that was a short movie. You got a friend in me. Do-do-do-do-do.
Tom, what are your opinions of this movie? Oh, wait.
Damn, Rex, your game sucks. You need a reset.
Nice Mad Catz control.
Well, that's why he obviously couldn't beat the game. Those buttons are faulty, the controls are all ugh, and they break in like 3 days.
I like the way Buzz was standing there saying, oh, you could have done this, when Rex could have handled the D-pad and Buzz could have handled the buttons just fine.
Fucking backseat gaming. I also owned one of those racetracks, complete with the loop-de-loop and a jump.
Do you think, like, Buzz set that up, but, like, as he saw Woody climbing up in there, because he knew Woody was gonna fall?
Probably. Buzz is actually secretly a sociopath that puts Woody in dangerous situations so he can save him all the time and make himself feel important.
So, Buzz Lightyear is now Batman.
Pretty much, only with less crying.
Crying everywhere.
Meme shot.
You can already tell the animations received a huge bump, most notably in the lighting department.
Well, to give Toy Story 1 some leeway, it was the first CGI animated movie, so the fact that the movie got put together is kind of impressive.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad-looking movie. I'm saying it's to Toy Story 2's credit that it looks superior to the original movie.
Yep, gotta keep that improvement, stay stagnant, and your movie looks like doo-doo. I like how a throwaway gag in the last, 2 minutes of the first movie ends up being, a character in the movie.
Yeah, Mrs. Potato Head.
Because Bachelor Swinger Life Potato Head just doesn't market as well to children.
Yeah, that one sold 10. Don't even know who they sold it to.
Not children, I'll tell you that.
I know it's like Bo Peep's dress. It's one of those dresses where it's like behind her it sticks really far out. How do those dresses even work?
It was the style at the time.
Cages, but if you're walking around in fields with sheep, I don't see how that's even work effective.
Also, that sheep had 3 heads. I did not notice that till now.
Yeah, it's 1 sheep, 3 heads. It looks painful to be it.
So it's Cerber Lamb.
Okay, not to give too much away about the movie, but Al here, of Al's Toy Barn fame, will be the antagonist for the movie. As far as you can call him an antagonist, really, he's just a greedy guy.
What are you on about? That's completely not an important character.
If anything, all the Toy Story movies have one villain, and he oversees all 3 movies, and it's pretty much the times. It's like the toys are all afraid of being abandoned, about their kids growing old, about them no longer being needed. The villain is the passage of time, and it's super deep, man.
Turns out it's man.
This is why the dog was never allowed in my fucking room.
Yeah, my dog didn't actually end up chewing toys. The only thing it ever chewed up was a new pair of shoes. I also like how, even though he is a real-life creature, his eyes look more like baby doll eyes than all the other toys' eyes.
Yeah, they've come a long way in the animation, like I said, but humans and other non-toy characters, yeah, there's still a ways to go before we get to The Incredibles.
I like the contrast in colour as the light shines on the dog.
Yeah, he's got a shiny coat. Maybe that's why they made their first movie with toys. That way there is no uncanny valley. It's like, oh, this kind of looks like a human, but kind of doesn't. Because it's a fucking toy.
Why don't you go to space camp? Space camp's so much cooler.
Because Nickelodeon gave away all the free space camp slots, so now he has to go to cowboy camp.
I believe Recess covered Space Camp, so it's all good.
Oh yeah, so it did.
Andy, what are you doing playing with your sister's toys?
Yeah, because Bo Peep isn't his.
Nope, and she's not even, technically a toy. She's like one of those nursery decorations.
Technically, Diver's the pig. It's just a piggy bank.
Well, it's shaped like an animal. You can play with that.
Yeah, well, Bo Peep's shaped like a human. You can play with that. Also, I liked Woody's option before, where it's like, choose your fate. It's like, I choose fuck your plan.
If you look at the background, he has Life, Candyland. That's one thing about the movie, is that it's not so much product placement, but it adds a sense of realism to the movie that they don't use generic brand toys. They got a lot of name brand shit.
Yeah, I agree. It's less cynical than in other movies because it works.
The biggest exception was in the first movie when Mattel was like, nah, you can't have Barbie because we think your movie's gonna flop. Boy, did that bite them in the ass later.
Yep. I'll just sit up here and rot then, I guess.
When did this become the Green Mile? Hello?
You have us as friends. I don't care about that. I only care about... Oh no, wait, he didn't show up yet. Never mind.
He's just being sad. Melancholy cowboy.
I wonder how Sid's doing in the insane asylum right now.
I'm pretty sure he's in juvie at best.
Well, actually, there's some crossover comics between Toy Story and Monsters, Inc.
What?
Yeah, where Sid teams up with the old boss of Monsters, Inc. and, what is his name?
Spider Crab Guy?
It's Spider Crab Guy and the Chameleon. Randall. There you go. Yep. Waternoose and Randall, there you go. Took me a minute.
I had this mentality as well as a kid. Oh, the toy's broken. No, not good enough.
Damn, Andy. What a spoiled brat. Mom, my toy has ripped. Buy me a new one.
Also, yeah, I thought all those like ace cards would have had numbers on the sides of them. They just didn't want to put in all the different shades. But no, they were all ace of spades. Why does Andy own a whole box of ace of spades?
Because he doesn't like to lose.
What did you get? Full house.
That and also the ace of spade represents death. It's symbolism, guys.
Woody choking himself here is symbolic of his self-destructive nature.
Cool thing about this scene, the dust here, it actually set the record for the most number of particles animated in a movie by a computer.
Dust tails. Woo.
That commentary is done and over. We had good times. This is Wheezy, and he's actually a reference to Tux, the mascot for Lennox.
Can I ask why Andy has a squeaky toy? I mean, I didn't have any. My dog did, but I didn't.
Yeah, squeaky toys seem more of a toy for dogs than possibly toddlers that are teething.
When I was a kid, I had a cuddly Triceratops because it squeaked when you squeezed it.
Yeah, well that makes sense though, because it was cuddly. Wheezy's not cuddly.
Yeah, he's plastic.
Could you imagine like Andy like goes back to his room, he's got all these toys everywhere, but no, he takes the penguin, just sits on his bed and squeaks it for about half an hour.
Well, have you ever just been super stressed, got a squeaky toy and
No, I used to throw a bouncy ball at things.
Oh, see, that's also pretty relaxing. I have carpet in my room, so that don't work.
I guess a rusted whatever that is, that'll sell.
It looked like a log with wheels attached. Maybe Andy made that at cowboy camp.
So how does the toy life work? Is each individual jigsaw piece its own thing?
I don't know. The whole sentient toy thing is not really consistent.
It's like, the books aren't alive. The Magic 8-Ball's not alive, because Woody uses it as a thing.
They could be alive, they just don't know how to...
I have no drawn math and I must scream.
Well, a more interesting question, is a toy born when it's like put together in the factory, or is it born when like it's taken to the kids' room for the first time?
Or is it still alive when it's been put together as parts?
This commentary is getting a bit too deep for my taste.
All Woody's arms and legs are sentient until all put together.
Every thread.
That's why his arm won't work. It's got a life of its own.
Woody's like a Constructicon, he's basically Devastator in that way.
Wait. An arm of his own? So this is pretty much Dr. Woody love, or how I learned to stop worrying and love being a toy? I think this scene really shows off that new, better line you were talking about, Tom, because you can actually tell this is morning. I mean, in the first Toy Story movie, there was what, there was midday, night, and then they kind of did twilight when Woody knocked Buzz out of the window, but it looked really weird. It just looked like an orange tint. But this, really good.
There was like a like you say, orange or more yellow filter over everything, really.
All this work to save one toy, and they send the disabled toy.
Nice, Mexi, nice.
They should have just said Buzz.
I know, Buzz has 2 working arms. Woody is cripple.
He also has a laser.
I wonder if they marketed Cripple Woody.
That's what I had as a kid. No, I never had a Woody.
I had mental illness, Woody.
What the fuck, Maxie? he thinks he's a cowboy, but he's actually not.
Oh, God. Yep, he came with his own separate outfit of medical scrubs.
Dobson, we got Dobson here!
Oh, jeez.
This is Wayne Knight as Al. Sorry, spoilers.
He's the fat guy from Space Jam.
Oh my god, he was!
And I like how they didn't even bother to animate a separate character. They just told him to stand right there and we'll just make you the character.
Yeah. What's sad is, when Wayne Knight started losing weight, he started to get like less and less roles, so he had to put weight back on again, because everyone knows him as, mostly Newman from Seinfeld, and the fat guy from Jurassic Park.
That sucks. Usually typecasting is less superficial than how much weight you have.
Yeah.
Andy's mom. Why are you selling random cassette tapes? Also, keeping a skateboard just in the middle of the drive-thru, that's a lawsuit just waiting to happen.
Speaking of lawsuits, that's theft! That is theft!
Why didn't he just take the box?
Yeah, the box with the money. Nope, just a toy.
You could have had Woody and $5 and saved yourself a little effort, but no.
Hell, man, you could have had Woody and hit McDonald's on the way home.
Exactly.
Then get a Happy Meal and he gets the collector Woody toy that comes with the meal. I've always been confused about when the Toy Story movies take place. Like, we saw earlier, Andy has an SNES, so it has to be at least 90s, yet this car is straight out of the 70s.
But Al is a collector, so it would make sense that he'd have a retro car, shall we say.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. You know, he's not just a collector of toys. Everything he owns has to be some sort of collectible.
Why were there feathers in his boot?
He killed a chicken.
I mean, his chicken suit, it isn't real feathers. I thought it was just some fake thing put together.
He's going for realism here.
That's a bit too real.
Also, if you have the money to be living somewhere with a red carpet, I'm pretty sure you have the money to just go on eBay and look up used Woody toy.
Wait a minute. While Woody was in the bag, didn't he technically use both arms?
Ooh, someone's a faker.
Hey everybody, this toy's a phony.
Phony.
He's fucking fraud in his disability allowance.
Whoa. Less lumberjack, more man-child.
There you go.
This is some CSI shit right here.
Okay, zoom in, enhance.
Enhance.
Oh, Rex, you gigantic prehistoric fuck up.
God damn it, Rex, please. If it's that important, you can call 911 and they can tell you how to spell FBI.
Hey, Rex is doing his job, right? Because he looks kind of like a Godzilla toy.
Lazy Brisket Tavern? Come on, Buzz. They gave you Kung Fu Chop action. I'm pretty sure you can get code decoding action working here too.
It's Lou's Fireburn. I love that store.
Something tells me Al doesn't go anywhere near a thigh burner.
Now, Al's toy barn was actually mentioned in the first movie where Buzz discovers he's a toy. The Buzz Lightyear thing. It says available at all Al's toy barns in the Tri-City area.
Once again, more and more throwaway jokes just becoming part of the plot.
Them callbacks.
And Al's just like, I have no clean clothes to wear, I'll just put on the chicken outfit.
That's his laundry clothes. He goes to the laundromat, just sitting there next to some old lady. He's in his chicken suit.
No, that's just what he wears when he goes home. He's a damn fursuiter.
Damn, or a cluck suitor?
I was gonna say feather suitor, but yeah, let's just try and make it funny.
I think I could just watch Woody run all day, really.
We should just have like a Woody run montage.
Just make that be the movie, please.
Look, Woody, no one's looking at you now. You don't have to fake having that injured arm.
I love this joke. He lives across the road from where he works, the lazy fuck.
He also crossed like 5 lanes to get over there. What the hell? Is this California or something?
Oh god, it's gonna turn into a slasher movie. Oh god!
It's a pretty cool scene, just the camera following Woody around here.
Oh dear lord.
Okay, Mexi, do you want to introduce us to these new characters?
Well, the horse is a horse.
Okay.
He's gonna be Woody's riding companion. And the cowgirl is Jessie. You can call her Gender Bender Woody.
I would call her Manic Gender Bender Woody.
Yeah, she has issues in the head. But most of these toys do. It all stems from that whole, we're toys, our mortality is limited, we're all gonna die eventually.
Oh, I recognise those sultry tones. It's Kelsey Grammer as Stinky Pete the Prospector. Such a good voice actor. You know him best, probably, people, as Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons.
Or Beast from the X-Men.
Come play with us, Woody.
Forever and ever and ever.
Because you didn't understand it when I said it before. Let me say it while putting emphasis on the syllables. Woody.
Now, the first movie was all about Buzz, his legacy. This one's all about Woody.
It's more about Buzz being a delusional meathead, and how we eventually have to bring him down to reality, and show him that he is indeed a child's plaything. Now, we're going to do the exact opposite and elevate Woody. It's like, yeah, you were a child's plaything, but did you know you were a cultural icon?
And Woody belonged to Andy's dad, I believe.
Yeah, that was supposed to be, I don't know, like a plot point or something, but Andy's dad is gone for reasons, and he gave Andy Woody. And because of that, Andy sees Woody as sort of like a surrogate father, or he's a symbolism for his father. That's why it was so rough on him in the third movie to give Woody up.
This is amazing.
Congratulations, Woody. You're Davy Crockett.
Well, technically it's just another Jessie doll.
Jessie Marionette at that.
Was there ever, like, a show that was, like, based off a toy?
Beyblade?
Okay, was there ever a non-animated show based off a toy?
Thunderbirds?
I don't know. Anything made by Mattel? This is how I change channels. Also, if you notice, some of these scenes here are actually from some of Pixar's previous little short animated films.
Such as Tin Toy?
Yep, that's the one. I like that one. I also like, what was it, the one where there's these two musicians fighting over this one poor little girl's coin? It's another good one.
We made a movie about it. It was awesome.
So how does Etch-a-Sketch, like, see?
He has a billion little eyes. Each little dot is his eyes. But he was showing an address there. Al's Toy Barn is located on 1001 West Cutting Boulevard. That's actually the address for the Pixar animation studio in Richmond, California.
Damn you, Pixar, and your references and callbacks. Help, I'm dying, Buzz. My angry stash.
Single swinger potato heads back.
I'm gonna grow out my angry stash.
I love the outtake for this scene. We'll be back before Andy gets home.
And they magic markered his entire helmet. Because what kid hasn't drawn on their Buzz helmet?
There we go. Back when Pixar actually made the fake takes, if you will.
Yeah, when did those stop?
I don't recall any in The Incredibles, that's for sure.
So, Buzz has quite the odd choice of who he's going to take on a mission. I mean, there was a robot, there was a wrestler, but he was like, no, I'll just take the potato head.
And Rex, you know, the neurotic fuck-up.
Yeah, but Rex is a dinosaur.
He has a big head and little arms. What good is he going to be in any situation?
He's intimidating.
Oh, yeah. Also, Jessie has magical powers. When she yodels, it talks to animals.
How do animals say that in, like, 2 syllables?
Animals are just above and beyond anything we could ever hope to achieve, Razor.
So, like, when your dog barks, he's not saying, I want to go outside. He's actually, like, saying 3 paragraphs as to why he wants to go outside.
No, he's quoting Moby Dick.
Ah.
And then it was cancelled.
God damn it, just like Firefly.
Just like fucking Young Justice.
Oh god. Did any of you see that Woody head thing? That big Woody head toy? That thing is creepy. Just saw it in the corner of my eye.
Woody's reaction to the cancellation of his show strikes me as the motivation for most kids to write fan fiction.
Yeah.
Just go on the internet, dude. You'll find out how it ends a billion different ways. Funny thing about the dialogue here is that the guys at Pixar made mock versions of all these toys, and they showed it to Tom Hanks, and they literally just recorded his reaction to the mock-up toys and used it as the dialogue.
That's amazing.
Yep, so this is all impromptu?
Improv,
that's it.
It's kind of like in Aladdin, where at the beginning, obviously, Robin Williams plays the merchant. There's a bunch of stuff on a table, and they just asked him to ad-lib and so on.
Why isn't the record player alive?
Please get off my face. The pain is tremendous and everlasting. S-rank.
that was
Jesse
pretty
actually
good.
has soap shoe cowboy boots.
Now here comes the prospector grinding.
Jeez, Woody, you should be more careful. That was collector's edition dust on that record.
Now, they mentioned Japan here, I believe, and I'm paraphrasing here because I honestly don't remember the original summary. Toy Story 3 was originally going to be about Buzz being sent back to Japan, like all the Buzzers being recalled for being defective and so on.
That sounds like a really cool plot.
Oh wait, no, it was Taiwan, not Japan. Sorry, very culturally insensitive of me.
But I guess they took the Japan thing and put into the greatest Pixar movie of all times, Cars 2.
Ah, have you heard about the sequel, Planes?
Have you heard of the spin-off, Trains?
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm so hyped.
Kind of disappointing about the direct-to-DVD movie Cranes, though.
Did Andy break you? Yes, but I kinda liked it.
Break my other arm, Andy. Take my hat and throw it in the trash. Do it.
Step on my face.
The box may say prospector, but I say counselor.
The box is kind of like Vietnam for Jesse here. It's really weird how all these toys deal with abandonment in different ways. Like in the first movie, Woody deals with it in terms of like jealousy and so on. The prospector, he deals with it kind of like in anger, as we'll see as the movie progresses. Jesse, it's more fear and loss, really.
And then you got Lotso, who decides to turn into an angry dictator.
What about Bullseye?
Bullseye's a fucking horse racer.
No character development there.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. I just thought that Bullseye, the horse, the toy, might have some feelings like the rest of the toys.
No, by the time he feels anything, he'll be on his way to the glue factory.
The toy glue factory?
Exactly.
Maybe like for a glue stick.
Thank you for following up on that.
I want to know who makes these toy glue factories now.
It's an accessory for Schoolhouse Barbie. She comes with her own paper, scissors, and toy glue horse glue stick. Is Woody actually feeling this? Like, the excruciating pain of having an arm amputated? Or what?
No, it's like I said, the arm is sentient. Now it's completely detached from him. It will live its own life.
It starts walking around like the hand from the Addams Family. Also, Jesse went from peppy and happy to now sassy and kind of a mean-spirited jerk.
Yeah, who voices Jesse?
That would be... Because they gave her two different voices. She has a singer voice and a talkie voice, because, you know, that's usually typical of Disney movies. But she is voiced by Joan Cusack.
She does a pretty good job. You kind of have to get over the whole manic aspect of her at the beginning, though. I can see why she could come off as obnoxious to some people.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's a reason for it. I mean, people who go through pretty bad events, they do come off as obnoxious, but it's because you got to know what set them off and made them all crazy. Buzz is so patriotic.
The coins in the piggy bank, are they like symbolic of blood?
No, I think they're symbolic of Ham's dignity.
Of course they're Cheetos, of course.
Those are cheesy poofs, Tom, please. Also, if he was eating a big bowl of them, why isn't his lips coated in like 3 layers of cheesy powder?
Well, maybe he had like a handful and then fell asleep.
Have you guys ever fallen asleep eating food?
I want to say no, but I'll get back to you on that.
It's a field of cheesy poofs, Mexi, poofs.
Imagine if this was a level in the Toy Story 2 game.
Which is fucking awesome, by the way, at least the PS1 game.
The only Toy Story related game I've played was the first one on the Genesis, and I love it because you can just beat the game by inputting the level skip code over and over and over until you get the credits.
Which you might need, because back in the day, all Disney games, with a few exceptions here and there, were pretty damn hard.
I still have yet to beat The Lion King. That game is a nightmare.
Just can't wait to be king.
Well, I've got to hand it to Woody.
Finish that sentence. You're not just getting away with a throwaway pun.
No, you know what? Maybe I'll just sit here and let you talk.
You fucking asshole.
Well, while you nerds fight over your puns, I got a question why the horse wants to lick the fingers. There's cheesy poofs all over the floor. Eat one of those, please.
It likes the taste of flesh.
He's a quarter taste of flesh. That's the rest of the movie. Stopping Bullseye's hunger for man.
Okay, so Woody can obviously smell that. So he can feel stuff at a base level.
Maybe only his nose can feel stuff.
The rules of this world are so inconsistent. 0 out of 10 would never watch again. Worst movie of the Pixar franchise.
His nose doesn't even, have actual holes. His nose is a triangle shape pointing out of his face.
How did the arm get all the way over there?
Sure, don't question it. Don't touch it with your cheesy hands! What the hell kind of collector is this guy?
I think he's drunk, because he's obviously just not caring.
Goes home, puts on the chicken suit, gets fucking wasted.
I would get wasted if I had to dress up as a chicken for work. Damn, Woody, don't get sassy with the sassy cowgirl. That's not gonna end well.
Woody, if toys are sentient, why do you not think that the TV could be as well?
That is a good question.
Especially if it's one of those toy TVs that you give a 6-year-old.
Well, this isn't fair, because Jesse's got a handicap.
She's literally picking on a disabled guy right here.
Why not? He picked on her disability of having PTSD. It's a fair fight.
Oh, yeah, good point.
You're right, the prospector is the counselor in this movie.
Bullseye just sits there, obviously being a horse.
Well, he already did his part. He was licking hands, and look where that got everyone.
To be fair, Jesse, all you talk about is Woody, so...
Another great outtake here involving A Bug's Life.
I wish my Buzz Lightyear came with, kung fu action.
Yeah, I think the most mine could do was, say stuff and pop out its wings.
Not even the laser pointer?
No, I think it had that. It was the very first one.
Yeah, mine didn't have the kung fu action. It just had wings, 3 voice commands for the 3 buttons, and then obviously the wrist laser.
And you guys may not appreciate this, but back in the day, Toy Story was huge. People queued around the block for a chance to get a Buzz Lightyear toy. And I specifically remember my granddad waiting up at 6 a.m. outside this store called Children's World to get me mine, and I will always appreciate him for that.
And Grandpa 64 sounds like a cool guy.
Well, my family had this magical thing called Argos.
The fuck are you trying to say, Drazer?
That my family are wizards.
I didn't realise they delivered toys up a mountain.
you think it's funny, Tom? That's the sad part. You think it's funny.
You seem to think it's funny to imply my granddad's an idiot.
I wasn't saying he was. I was just saying some people have dedication and some people have Argos.
Stop fucking talking right now, mate. I swear to God.
Question! Would a bunch of randomly laying cones in the street really be that much less inconspicuous than some tiny toys walking across the street?
Better question, who drives a monster truck? Just casually.
Lots of Americans. Lots of Americans.
Not trying to say it's rednecks, but it's rednecks.
Redneck right there.
Now, if Toy Story came out and was a modern game, this would be a quick time event.
Hurry up! Mash faster! Man, Mr. Potato Head gives no fucks.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that Mr. Potato Head did know this was coming. He just did not care.
He's such a badass spud. It's because of the mustache. How are they all going to explain this to their insurance companies? Well, see, I was driving, and then some cones walked right in front of me, and now my car is totaled.
Dude, it's Jerry from Jerry's Game.
And it actually is Jerry, because as you will see, he has some chess pieces in that box.
That is my absolute favourite Pixar short. It's basically about this guy who's playing chess against himself, but the camera moves so often it's literally like 2 different guys are playing.
So it makes Jerry look less crazy than he actually is.
Now I just want to not pay attention to this scene and look at all the drawers to see all the individual things. Like those chess pieces.
That's another lawsuit waiting to happen. Wow, this city is dangerous. You get cones walking in places, grocery carts just driving everywhere that could possibly wreck your car. I wouldn't honestly want to live here.
The city is infested by ghosts. Don't look over here, don't look over here, don't look over here. Success.
It's morning. He doesn't give a shit. I honestly wouldn't give a shit if I saw a bunch of toys while I'm going to work. It's like, you having a rough morning too? Yep.
Well, a day's passed, so this is Sunday.
It's cool. Buzz had a sneak level of 100.
You guys ever use the Force to open those kinds of doors? Really? I'm the only one. Fine, fuck you guys.
You can't relate to me? Fuck it, I'm done. No more commentaries ever.
Exactly. I had a childhood that you all should have had similar to, and if not, then fuck you guys.
I think the closest I can relate to here is Toys R Us.
Well, at the very least, can you at least tell me I wasn't the only one who, when I saw a strategy guide for a game I had, I just walked around the store reading it?
Nope, I can agree with you right there, mate.
See, I didn't do that, but instead we had, in our mail, we had strategy guides mailed to us. We used to come the PlayStation 1 demo CDs as well.
Oh, yeah.
Those were cool.
Did you just, have your entire childhood mailed to you? Did you even leave the house for the first 18 years of your life?
Nope. Food, water, notes from parents, just all mailed to me.
Buzz Lightyear toys, everything just came in your mail, huh?
Drazer, I take it back. The Scots are the most efficient people on the planet.
To be fair, the nearest, big store that sold, those kind of things were quite the while away for us. I mean, we had, Toys R Us and stuff like that, but they weren't as big as a proper cities.
Woody's looking good. He better pay Jerry well. That's some fine work.
I know, I've heard that, doll doctors make some pretty good money.
Well, people appreciate quality restoration, especially collectors.
Yo, check out them Bugs Life toys in the back. I want a giant flick toy.
I want Heimlich with butterfly action.
Ending to Team Dark story in Sonic Heroes, where Shadow finds all the Shadow clones. Yeah.
Is it true? Am I Buzz Lightyear? Mexi, regale us with this anecdote that I know you want to spew.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The whole thing about too many Buzz Lightyears.
Oh, yeah. So once again, Mattel thought that Toy Story was gonna flop, so that's why Barbie isn't in the first movie, but it's also why not that many Buzz Lightyear toys are actually made. Mattel was dead set on figuring that Toy Story, not that popular, not that big, so why put their toy in? Why make enough Buzz Lightyears? And so because of that, Toy Story 2 has so many nut shots, so many shots fired at Mattel because of their fuck-ups. Can a toy actually lose weight?
Oh, Woody lost an arm, so that's 10 or 20 pounds right there.
Oh god, Delusional Buzz is back.
Wouldn't be a movie without a delusional Buzz.
Tim Allen does a great job in this movie.
Psycho Buzz mentioned code 6404.5. For the toy universe, it's that all Space Rangers should be asleep, but in actuality, that code is the California state law that bans smoking in public.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are all Space Rangers meant to look exactly like Buzz and have Lightyear written on their armor.
It's the future. They can have clone soldiers.
Was that bit there where the other toy Buzz threw Buzz into the... I forgot what that toy's called. But is that like a reference to Star Wars Han Solo being frozen?
That's a good point, actually. It most likely is.
If it looks like it could be a Star Wars reference, and you think it's a Star Wars reference, it's a Star Wars reference.
Yep. That's Jodie Benson as tour guide Barbie.
That name.
Otherwise known as Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
So glad when they can hire back their old employees. So she said, please remain seated, and then she repeats it in Spanish. That's actually a reference to Disneyland, where all instructions are repeated in Spanish, then in French.
I like the fact that even though Buzz isn't in the scene, he can still clearly be seen on the guide. So when Buzz isn't on screen, all the other characters should be asking, where's Buzz?
Nope, he's right here in my book.
Just get another one from the entrance, you cracked dinosaur.
Or game facts. And there's your Jurassic Park reference.
And we have Wayne Knight, who played that really dickish guy. I've actually forgotten his name, to be honest.
Dickish guy sounds like a pretty good character name.
You didn't say the magic word. Now, I don't know about you Yanks over in Yankland, but our Buzz Lightyears weren't packaged this fancily.
Yeah, the twist ties probably, though. If you really want to keep something enclosed in a package, you put in that pressed plastic that requires scissors to open. That stuff is indestructible.
Yeah, and they were discussing what we brought up earlier, though.
Yeah, that there's another shot in Mattel. They even say short-sightedness of the stupid company. It's like, wow, Pixar is not holding anything back. Luckily, I guess they said their piece in this movie because Barbie and Ken appear as pretty reasonable characters in the third movie. These are going straight on my Facebook. I do that so many times. I get a phone call. It's like, are you on the way? It's like, oh yeah, I'm just getting in the car and I haven't even left my bed.
Mexi, are you ready to record? Yes, I'm just heading out the door right now.
Yeah, yes, I drive to Tom's house every time we need to do commentary. I'm sitting right here next to him.
Yeah. Can you move your hand off my lap, please? I'm trying to record commentary.
Oh, sorry, that was me. I just arrived. This whole time, doing the commentary, I've been on the train.
They have trains in Scotland? Man, your people are super advanced.
I'm just learning so much about the third world today.
If you two were really right next to me, there wouldn't be commentary anymore. This would be Drazer presents the Disneython.
Okay, real talk. Fabulous tune coming up now. I think the only one in the movie, because as we know, as you all should know, Toy Story is not a musical franchise. Might have songs, but they're not strictly musicals. They're more like dramas, if anything, really. Comedic dramas.
And this song, When She Loved Me, actually almost didn't make it into the movie. See, when Randy Newman wrote it, he had some concerns whether or not young children would want to sit through a 3-minute ballad. But what happened was, he played it for Tim Allen and Tom Hanks, and they admitted to being moved to tears, so the scene is in the movie. And honestly, the movie is all the more better because of it.
It's like, if we can make Tom Hanks cry, think of all the tears we can shed through this movie.
Well, it's like, not only is it a sad song, they got Sarah McLachlan to sing it, okay? Now, she's singing pet abuse commercials that make me want to give all my money away to the poor one-eyed kitty on the screen. There's another Bugs Life scene. Like I said, there's many. They're not gonna stop, but yes, that is the tree where Flick's hive is.
And also the trailer that Randall finds himself in A Monsters, Inc. Flick passes that on the way to the Bug City.
Oh yeah, it's the one with the bug zapper.
Lots of parallels to Toy Story 1 here.
I've actually freaked the fuck out when I had a toy fall under my bed. And like, how am I ever gonna get it? Because this is when I'm 5 and under the bed is a scary, dark, dangerous place.
Yeah, my bed was like quite raised off the ground, so all my stuff was already under my bed.
This kind of dates Jessie because her girl grew up and started getting addicted to disco. So Jessie's been in storage for way longer than you think.
Just adds an extra layer of tragedy, really. This is such a 1-2 punch to the gut, what's coming up.
So sad, like...
What are you talking about? They're together again, they're happy, they're gonna go play, just like old times.
Like, I don't know if toys can feel, but right now, I'm having so many. I just can't contain it.
Sent away to a rummage sale.
Like, called the repo man, it's like, hey, could you, like, meet me in this secluded location so I can give you some toys?
Well, it's not so much a repo, man. It's like a Goodwill collection spot.
I didn't quite know what to say. I just wanted to make my joke.
Well, now you can't, because I stepped in the way and corrected you, face. And there you go. Like I said, the whole movie, yes, it's about toys and stuff, but honestly, if you want to point out the big theme of the series is that abandonment sucks, and people deal with it in really different ways.
Wait, you're still gonna leave? Did you not listen to that ballad? How heartfelt it was?
Well, no, he just had the story told to him.
Oh yeah, he didn't get to see any of the flashback. He didn't even hear the song.
Unless, like, Jesse sung it to him.
Did you hear the song, Woody? We got Sarah McLachlan for that shit. That doesn't come cheap, you know.
I mean, we could have had How Could This Happen to Me by Simple Plan, but we paid the top dollars.
Kelsey Grammer, you're right. Plus, if I leave right now, that would make the movie a lot shorter and all the kids would be disappointed in me, so I'll stay.
What say you, Bullseye? Yours is the only opinion that matters here.
Woody's like, I could go back to my friends, or I could have a horse.
Or I could be famous and loved forever.
He's essentially revered as a god by these three alone.
He's now living in a place where he is essentially treated as if he is above everyone else. What incentive does he have to leave?
Not much.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
I like how they're so gentlemanly at the beginning. You knocked my block off! And then, if you level up your Dragonite to level 100 with rare candies, turn your Game Boy upside down, it evolves into Yoshi!
Oh, I love that rumor. I can't believe I actually tried that.
Dear God, Al really loves Cheesy Poos. His room was covered in it, and then his desk has them. Guy really needs to work on his diet.
They are collectible Cheesy Poos. They are the 1970s model.
Oh, hey, this movie takes place in August.
I wanted to bring this up before. When did he get, like, the spare packaging for Buzz?
It was probably his own. You know, he's the display model, so they put his box under the display.
Ah.
Yeah, good point, yeah.
Thank you, Maxie. You just make so much sense for these films.
If not me, then you two would just be rambling about God knows what for the rest of this movie.
The Poultry Man.
His nicknames for everyone is so good.
Poultry Man. Poultry Man. Does
whatever a poultry can.
Lays an egg any size.
Nice job, Rex. Even when you're not here, you're fucking things up.
You'd think that one employee who walked in this morning would have cleaned that up by now.
I think we've already established that he doesn't give a shit. His job satisfaction isn't very high.
How are you gonna top the friggin' flying scene from the first movie? With a monkey zip line, of course!
No, the real answer is you can't. It can't be done. This isn't flying. This is failing with style.
Ouch.
Just walk across the road, Al. Let's be
You're
honest.
wasting gas.
You could use the exercise.
It's got 5 lanes.
Maybe it wasn't generic chemistry brand, but I had one of those like little kid chemistry sets.
Now, if I had one of these as a kid, I would never stop playing with it.
If you had one of these, I fear you would have turned into a psychotic madman and murdered all of us by then.
Yeah, what a good job that I'm not.
I hope he can't hear this.
Yeah, it's like, Buzz has hard of hearing.
He's like running across the road going, destroy Buzz Lightyear.
What is that noise?
Just break the window, Buzz. You have Kung Fu Chop action.
You have a laser, just like cut a hole in the glass.
Slinky Dog isn't even holding on to him. He would have been left behind.
Well, it looks like Mr. Potato Head needed a hand.
Mexi, I just want to apologise for all the puns I've uttered in your direction over the years.
It's like I'm in a commentary with 2 Antoms. Does this mean I'm going to have to do twice as many retakes?
And Tom 60 more.
You made me sit through Black Cauldron. You deserve this.
Touche. Touche. They're all the toy that comes with the meal. Seriously, I forget if it was McDonald's or Burger King, but they all became real toys. How terrifying would that be? You're just sitting in your hotel apartment room and all of a sudden you hear in the air duct. It's like, what the hell are up there? Turns out it's just a bunch of toys.
That's my reasoning for everything.
Drazer, are you sure about that commentary trivia you just gave?
I'm Dark and Razor. I'm always sure.
This level was a bitch in the video game.
This made into the video game?
Uh-huh.
But not the cheesy poof landmine?
That might have been a secret minigame that I was unable to unlock.
How far does that cord even stretch?
As far as the plot needs it to.
Just don't expect the actual real life Buzz toys to have the same cord, because God knows some kid will strangle himself with it.
Yeah, I don't think my boss had any form of cord like that.
I like how he has so little personal possessions. Like, his room was just filled with the Woody stuff, that him just packing that up makes it look like he's moving out.
Everything he owns is collectible. The rug, that box.
Collectible green suitcase box thing.
I wouldn't know since I'm in the box and just can't feel it. Yeah, fuck Andy. Don't need him anymore.
I noticed that the the cow pattern is on Woody's top and Jesse's bottom. And more blood.
Make it rain.
All over Mr. Potato Head's face. Why did you put Rex on the top of the court? Honestly, if there's one toy that you could stand to lose from falling off the cable, Rex would have been the one.
I don't think so, Tim.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to kill us all.
No, it's okay, guys. He has the $15 accessory added to him. They're safe.
It's like Malibu Stacy, he's got a new hat. He's got a new belt.
I remember the one Malibu Stacy that was banned because of its protruding objects stemming from the chest.
Buzz Lightyear with a new haircut. What do you mean you can't see it?
It's covered in the purple skull cap.
Buzz Lightyear, his life is just filled with convenience.
No, like, shit, how am I going to get on top of the elevator?
The elevator just starts going back down.
Damn, that swag is life, cowboy.
Woody's Roundup's plot is actually about him rounding up all the babes.
I thought Al was in a hurry.
He's off getting his plane ticket, although why he doesn't just order them online is beyond me.
Ah yes, the styrofoam critters.
I much prefer bubble wrap over styrofoam corn.
All those styrofoam critters, he saved them all, but he just drops them.
So toys can be ticklish too. Are we compiling a list here, guys? Because we really need to answer these questions of what the fuck can the toys not and can do.
Yeah, I think by the end of the movie we're going to find out that the toys are the real humans and the humans are the toys.
Well, with how uncanny they look, I would not be surprised at all.
I liked how, like, when they were all mucking around, Pete's just in his box laughing along, like, I'm part of the group as well.
That's how I am in group activities. I just stand in the corner like, yep, I'm so fun having friends.
Pay attention to this. This is a plot point that will get brought up in 3.
Well, that completely outrules my theory that every part is sentient.
Have you come to worship me too?
Ha 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 ha.
Oh god, the puns. So many.
I laughed so hard when I saw that. I think I saw this in the cinema. The whole angry eyes thing had me dying.
It's very convenient that you can just change your face to whatever emotion you need.
And then they're gonna steal me. Oh my god.
Oh, nope, here's Buzz. I'm Spartacus! Buzz, you can't. You're a toy. Even if this wasn't Earth's atmosphere, you're a toy.
I like how Woody makes the same expression he did in the first movie.
I like how Buzz thinks he needs that when nobody else is using it.
He's got to remain in character.
Yeah, and also in the first movie, why didn't Buzz ever realise that he went prone whenever a human was around? These movies are fucking garbage.
God, why did we even like these? The plot is so inconsistent, the characters are one-dimensional, the jokes are half the time just puns.
Yeah, the animation is just merely fantastic. The writing is just brilliant and very witty. The voice acting is very good. Fuck these movies.
And you guys thought Black Cauldron was the low point of this marathon.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna have my own cartoon series, and I'm gonna be voiced by Patrick Warburton there.
That's what Buzz is just thinking in his head. Buzz, I don't know how to tell you this, but here I'm appreciated.
More worshipped, but sure, we can go with that word.
I wish I could say someday you'll understand, but you're not me, Buzz.
Buzz should just go back to Toy Store, activate his clone army, and force them to take Woody back to Andy.
Sound familiar, Woody? Because you said it.
I think that's like half of like Buzz's script.
It's called an ironic turn of events.
I always forget how much taller Woody is compared to Buzz.
It's all just fluff, though.
Well, on the plus side, now he has 2 Buzz Lightyears.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. He instead of a broken Woody toy, he now has a new Buzz Lightyear with the $15 anti-gravity belt add-on. Come on, what kid wouldn't be happy with that?
Yeah, fuck your life choices. Adhere to mine or get the fuck out.
When I was a kid, though, I actually disliked the idea of having like 2 of the same toy. When like one birthday, I was given an Action Man that was the exact same as the one I already had. I was not happy.
Action Man, the greatest hero of them all.
But, Drazer, if you have the blue Mega Man and the red Mega Man, you combine to make the Mega Man.
Yeah, but what if you just have the 2 blue Mega Man?
Is that Tom Hanks singing You Got a Friend in Me?
For this one point, yeah. Look, kid, I have strings coming out of me, and I look more lifelike than you.
And then the song just changes. I've got no strings to hold me down.
Wow, Jerry, what kind of cheap quality paint was that?
I know. Charged him like probably something like $80 to fix Woody up.
Both Jerrys in the park are just laughing their asses off at this point. Why don't you come along with me? No, say it, Woody. Say it. Why don't you all come along with me?
Follow my lips.
Oh, he does say it. But by now it's too late.
Kelsey Grammer has spoken.
Come on, Jesse. You get to be played with for like another 2 years or something. Why do they want to go to Japan? I thought they'd be put like, I don't know, in some case for the rest of their lives.
'Cause they're gonna go to the Nagasaki Super Kawaii Desu Toy Museum.
That's just all I needed to hear.
Plus, Prospector is a super weeaboo. He's watched all of Dragon Ball Z. Subbed, not dubbed. And he just wants to be in Japan more than anything.
Now get in the fucking foam, or this pickaxe goes through your whole head.
You do have a point, though. He's so much of a fan of Japan, he's even wearing a Mario outfit.
Cowboy Mario. Yeah, it's from Mario Party 2.
Oh, Cowboy Land is best. When's Spaceland?
Spaceland is never, because as you know, the Prospector hates space toys.
Ooh, commenting on how much booze he can handle.
Being none, since they're plastic. Can they even get hungover? This needs to be explored in the next movie.
Toy Story 4. Woody goes out and gets pissed.
Toy Story 4, maybe drink more. Gee, it sure is odd that Woody's out of his foam that I specifically put him in. No? Okay.
He hasn't got time for this, Tom.
He hasn't even got time for a shower. You know, a basic human thing.
There's no such thing. The grime on his shirt is collectible.
The BO is one of a kind.
I don't know if I've said this, but Al's last name is McWiggin.
Probably best that they left it out.
Mom, if you are watching this commentary right now, please go out and buy me one of these.
That toy got like unlimited ammo or something?
Yeah, seriously, usually when I get a toy that has some sort of shooting mechanism, there's only like 3 ammo pieces, and I end up losing one on the first day, and then I don't really want to play with it for a while.
Guys, when I buy a toy, it doesn't know how to live and breathe and do other things.
Cheap Scott production.
I don't know if either of you two actually watched Buzz Lightyear or Star Command, but in the series, Zurg was a cut-up. He's not all like played for serious like he is here. He's a threat, but he's a very comedic threat.
Well, he's a Disney cartoon villain, I believe it. Honestly, the scarier things were like the cyber werewolf things.
Oh, Nose 482.
Yep.
This just raises further questions!
That's impossible!
Stupid elevators these days.
He said his toy got into 11.
Kind of like how the Emperor died, or is killed in Return of the Jedi.
He just tried to kill you, you moron!
But he's still family.
He did it with love. Damn, getting manhandled by the prospector.
It would have been fruitless anyway. Woody didn't even have his hat.
Oh! Fashion saves the day.
I never had a Mr. Potato Ninja.
I'm pretty sure they've made one. They've made so many different kinds of Mr. Potato Heads at this point.
I'm not sure if it was super popular. There's the Pizza Planet banner. I'm not sure if Mr. Potato Head was super popular before Toy Story, but afterwards, definitely.
He was more iconic before Toy Story. I mean, maybe not popular, but everyone at least knew what a Mr. Potato Head was.
Live long and prosper symbol there. I also want to point out that technically Zurg and Buzz are playing catch with laser balls of death.
Oh, come on, Buzz. You know that the LGMs were like the best part of the first movie.
Yep, the little green man.
Yeah, that is the best they could come up for a name, but it's better than other toy names. I also just noticed that they had like a little planet on their shirts. It's actually a pizza.
Mm-hmm. Pizza Planet.
Yeah, it's one of like the licensed toys for the restaurant. I mean, there's worse. I mean, who would want to honestly eat at a place where their mascot is vermin?
Dude, Pizza Planet looked awesome.
It had, what was it, like a Slurpee machine where it was just monster drool? Hell yeah.
And this is where Tom becomes Mr. Potato Head and the HellfireComms fans become the aliens.
You uploaded a video. We are eternally grateful. No, actually, the reality is, you took 6 months to upload a video. We're fucking pissed.
So that announcer lady just pretty much made an announcement about Lasset Air Flight A113. That's actually two references in one. The first one is that the director of the movie is John Lasseter, so there you go. And the other is Room 113, which is, it's at Cal Art College, where a lot of the Pixar studio went to school. And 113 is pretty much where they're all alumni of. If you look on the license plate of Andy's mom's car, it's also A113.
There it is. Oh, wait. Shit.
No, wait, this is just the back room of the Monsters, Inc. building. You guys better appreciate this scene, because on average, it took 70 hours to render just one frame.
Damn.
I guess those cases aren't collectible after all, considering more than one person has them.
A little bit of a cheeky pun there.
Ah, cheeky.
Oh.
Ernest goes to Baton Rouge. How come the lighting equipment doesn't have like little indents? They just threw it in the box.
It could have been a chance to have a Luxo in there, a Luxo cameo.
Well, you can wait for another Pixar movie to get that.
Now, in the video game, the Prospector had two other cowboys to help him out.
Wait, he had minions?
Yeah, and one of them could, like, do shockwaves and shit.
Oh, I already don't care. Seriously, Jerry, the paint went off, the stitching got screwed up. I bet you Woody's going bald again.
Flash photography, my one weakness!
I think in the alternate version of this scene, they actually just shot him down in a hail of gunfire. It didn't do anything to him, of course, because he's a toy.
And then in the other ending, they flashed the cameras and Prospector's like, really? I don't have eyeballs, these are painted on. Kill.
No, anything but that, no! The worst fate of all.
Well, Mattel, I hope you're ready for your toy to get another beatdown, because remember, you fucked up.
Now, I'm not familiar with, like, the girl mentality, but I'm pretty sure if they found a doll like that, wouldn't they just throw it away?
She probably has hippie parents that, like, want to help her express her artistic abilities. They probably even let her name herself.
Now, I was disappointed that the Prospector didn't come back as the villain for the third movie, but that's a little bit far-fetched, even in a movie revolving around living toys.
And what would he even do? It would just be a revenge film, and honestly, that seems worse than what Toy Story 3 actually is.
Don't go after her, Woody. She's not part of the original crew.
She's a Gen 2 Pokemon. We don't like her kind. Far East, what is that? Like the Toy Story universe of like AirAsia? Okay.
This music right here is very Bug's Life-esque.
Well, Bug's Life had a very Western soundtrack. Odd concerning it's based off a samurai movie, but whatever.
Woody, I don't know how to ride the horse. It's not from Spain.
All you hear in the background is as he tumbles off Bullseye. I had the same sound effect for everything, I do apologise.
Is anyone else getting Grand Theft Auto flashbacks?
A Toy Story version of Grand Theft Auto.
They kind of almost did that for the Toy Story 3 game.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It was open world, and the cool part was there was like a side quest game thing where you could make your own town. And honestly, it was better than the main story game.
I kind of want to try that, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it seems like the prototype for the Disney Infinity game, but still better. Hurry, Woody, get her out of there. I'm sure she's having a panic attack.
Woody, there's no time to be swag. You must leave.
It's funny you say that, because you'd think that her being like Woody's parallel, they'd end up together, but that's not the case.
Nope, she becomes Buzz's love interest. Everyone becomes Buzz's love interest.
Especially Ham, but especially Ham.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, you could have the choice of just a cowboy or an awesome space ranger who kills fucking aliens.
Did you learn nothing from the first movie?
One of those baggage handlers, his audio sounded kind of weird. Well, you can't really tell because there's an airplane jet going on, but he says, hold it, there's a couple more bags. That's actually done by Andy Peters, who was, I guess he's a UK TV personality. He was filming the making of documentary for this movie, and then John Lasseter was like, hey, you want to have a line in the film? However, he couldn't get to the actual Pixar studio because he needed a work permit. So what they did was just had him record the line over a satellite phone call.
Huh. That's pretty interesting. And that's why Mexie's here.
I know, right?
I could do other things too. If they made an MBM toy, all he would have would be trivia quotes for his voice commands.
Here, you're not marketable without this. No one wants no hat, Woody.
I know. I honestly, if I had lost the hat for my Woody doll, I probably would have stopped playing with him too.
Oh, you're no better than Andy.
So why isn't Jessie's hat coming off?
The hat is actually part of her hair.
No, I'm fucking Woody.
Don't worry, I wrote a fanfic about how the story ends. We're gonna reenact it.
It got 5 positive reviews. This is going to work. Splat right into the wheels.
And then Mario showed up and helped Woody get off the plane. Oh, wait, wrong kind of fanfic. Sir, I'd like to report a phenomenon occurring on the runway strip. Report. It appears to be 4 toys on the runway. What do I do? Run them over.
Take them down.
Like the casual aeroplane just like breaks out guns under the wings.
Now we got a whole new movie. I'm back from cowboy camp.
Thanks for the new toys, Mom! Wait, what?
What the hell are you talking about, Andy? I don't have money to be spending on new toys!
They don't draw attention to it back there. Oh, Bugs Life calendar, by the way. But the Not Green Men were surrounding Mr. Potato Head before they froze.
Well, they are eternally grateful.
Of course. Damn, Woody is buff now.
He's been working out.
See, guys, this is why learning to sew is important. Bobby, my human loves me. No, duh, Woody.
The courtship of the Buzz.
I will show you the dance of my people.
I'm sorry, we don't flirt in space. This is new to me.
I like how the dog toy speaks dog.
That's so cute. Shout out to Jim Varney, by the way, who is no longer with us.
I will always miss the Ernest movies.
Ah, that innuendo. The kind of jokes you'll only get when you're 18.
That's also a great joke, by the way.
However, this backseat gaming joke is universal.
Poor Al.
I mean, all he did was steal one toy. One toy! And it was a used toy, and now his career's down the shitter.
Yeah, but to be fair, he put, probably tons of money in getting the flight to Japan, only to turn up, be humiliated, and go home.
Well, he had so many collectibles. Yeah, he's missing the centerpiece Woody, but I'm sure he could have made some money off the rest of his collection. I feel great, but hardly user-friendly in the least bit.
Now, if Linux did this, I'd probably swap.
Okay, we've come to the end of Toy Story 2, so, Mexi, your final thoughts, mate.
It's a great movie. I mean, the series as a whole is so good. But once again, there are things in Toy Story 3 that just tug on my heartstrings a bit more than this film, but that is definitely no discredit to this masterpiece.
Drazer?
This movie's just great. I don't feel I need to say anything more than that. I love this movie.
And like I said, this is my favourite Pixar film, and also my favourite Toy Story film. And we're done here for today. Thank you, Mexi and Drazer, for your contributions to the Disneython. But stay tuned, folks, because in a few hours' time, we will be uploading the final audio commentary of the Disneython, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So, we hope you've enjoyed this commentary, and we'll see you later for the last one. Bye-bye.